How do you think what will be his next move? Because the Martin Hagel was really unsure of his future, and I bet they are a little bit afraid of Pep going out from Munich soon.
I'm not surprised. I can tell you two things. One, his next club will be in England. I think everybody knows that or thinks that that's the case. And Manchester City think that when he comes to the Premier League, he will be to City. So, as my friend Rafa Benitez will say, if it's white and it's in a bottle, it's milk.
Yeah, of course, but that's the one point. And the other one could be, that's what I think, Manchester United. Why not? If he's so devoted to what Alex Ferguson did in football, is there any better place to go after Louis van Gaal than going to Old Trafford?
You can also argue about Arsenal, but Manchester City is by far the most amazing, biggest football project is taking place in front of our eyes. It's huge. They're thinking of the box, they're thinking massive, they're thinking as a brand, they're thinking as a football club, they're thinking universal, they're thinking, you know, they got 13% has been bought by a Chinese consortium now, so they're thinking big, like no other club in the world thinks that big, not even Barcelona or Madrid. Plus, Pep Guardiola will go to a club that has got friends. So there'll be a lot to go for, and as I'm saying, City think that when Pep leaves Bayern, it'll be to go to City.
So basically, this is something that could be a real temptation for him, just to go to this kind of project and make something biggest in the world again, but not on the conditions he had in Barcelona. They're very different. Do you think he's going to integrate inside the city if he would go the way he was integrating in Barcelona? It's impossible, but even at Bayern?
Well, at Bayern, he went to a club where the team was almost formed. It's taken 3 years for him to make it his own team. The way that Bayern thinks and the way that history shows that what they do, it's difficult to change. It's like a big boat, and trying to change it is very difficult. So he's managed to actually do a lot with the team to make it look like his team. But with Manchester City, I'm not saying it's a blank canvas, but almost. It's like they put in the foundations of something. He's going to go in, and he's going to have to change 3/4 of the squad. Because that squad is not a Pep Guardiola squad by a mile, but he will have the patience of everybody, being the most coveted coach in the world, to do it his own way, at his own pace. And it will be a wonderful thing to experience close up.
Maybe that's the direction for Robert Lewandowski to go to with Pep, to Manchester City. Who knows? Let's talk about Madrid for a while, because this is also something that is very important in football. And how do you see all that is happening at the moment in Madrid?
I've just published the biography of Cristiano Ronaldo, which has allowed me to look into things, again, from a different point of view. So, Rafa Benitez gets to Real Madrid at the worst time possible, because it's already, in my eyes, a post-Ronaldo era. He's there, but they're already thinking of something else, and he's thinking of something else. So whenever that happens, you never know. I think it could be this summer, could be in 2 summers' time, but it looks like they all both thinking, okay, we reached the end here. He will not retire at Real Madrid. And if you're the coach of Real Madrid at that point, how do you deal with Ronaldo not accepting fully that Bale is the next guy coming up, Bale wanting more space, Benzema with his head all over the place? There's a lot of things there to make the life of a coach very, very difficult at Real Madrid right now.
But is Benitez the man to rescue Real Madrid from this turbulence?
I admire what he does. I followed it very closely. I believe in him, but he's got the difficulty that he's got to make the team think as a team. And this Real Madrid is not built to be thinking like a team. And that's not the coach's fault. That's not even the players' fault. The idea is to have Galacticos put together, built not for footballing reasons. So to actually organize that as a coach is a huge task.
So that's Florentino Perez's fault.
It's something that financially has worked. It's taken Real Madrid from here to here. But in 7 years or in 6 years, they won 1 league. It's not good enough, not for Real Madrid. And the reasons, you'll find them in the choices that have been made in terms of coaches, in terms of players. All in all, they haven't maximized their potential on the pitch.
So you think Ronaldo will go either to Paris or going back to Manchester United?
I think his heart is saying Manchester United, but his head and everybody around him are saying something like PSG, a new place, a new country, a new league, a new challenge, and
the money he will never get anywhere else.
Say again?
He's gonna get the money.
Right.
Paris will pay him.
I don't think that is, you cannot go from, if you're one of the top 3 players in the world, you cannot just go to a team because of romantic reasons. You have to be, equally more or less what you're earning, at least. As you say, the money will certainly be an issue, but I think he's thinking of somewhere where he can be adored, admired, because that's, as I found out in the book, that's like most people's, like you and me possibly, that's what we're looking for, everybody to love us. In his case, he wants to do it every single weekend in front of so many eyes, and at Real Madrid he hasn't been adored in the way that he was at Manchester United.
So Guillem, you've made a book about Ronaldo, you've made a book about Messi, what next? Robert Lewandowski?
Well, who knows? See how it goes. I mean, I like to, I don't know, I've got 2 more books to do, that's the contract, and perhaps one non-football, maybe tennis player, Djokovic or something like that, because they're so amazing, they're so out of this world. But who knows, maybe Pepa Guardiola at Manchester City could be a nice book to write, who knows.
That's true. So I wish you all the best, thank you for being here with us, and I hope that Messi and all of your books will be absolutely outstanding here in Poland.
Thank you very much.
Naszym gościem był Guillem Balague, autor kilku znakomitych pozycji. Ja polecam wam szczególnie Pep, Sztuka Zwyciężania, ale tą najnowszą jest biografia Leo Messiego, po którą na pewno wielu z was sięgnie.